I'm inside the Coach Sneak Peek group. I'm out working on my business. I just got done doing all of my follow-ups from the third vital behavior, invite. I prefer to leave little voice messages on Facebook Messenger and send little voice texts, and that's what is really effective for me. So there's a little tip about something I do with my business. So I believe that we're meant to not just sit in one place and be bored with work and with life. So that's why I get out and do a lot of my work while I'm out moving around, because I believe we're meant to move around. So enough with that being said, I'm going to share with you guys, answer a question. That's what this group is for, is to help you guys become educated about Team Beachbody and how it works. Help you make the decision whether you want to be a customer or a coach, or a customer with intentions of someday being a coach, or a customer with no intentions of being a coach, and then we see what happens from there. I got the question inside of this group, so I wanted to just answer it by just talking about it, because it's easier for me to communicate that way than to type it out. So the question was about, do I need to set up like an LLC or a corporation to build a business with Team Beachbody, and how does Beachbody pay you? So I'm talking in US dollars for us here in the USA. Canada's the same thing, just with their own forms, and in the UK is going to be the same thing. As a Team Beachbody coach, when they pay you, which I'm going to go into detail about tomorrow on how you get paid and all that stuff. So I'm super excited about that topic. But the first thing that I want you guys to know is, as a Beachbody coach, you are an independent contractor for Beachbody. You're not an employee, you're an independent contractor, which goes back to what I said yesterday about time, is you get to put what you want to put in, because you're contracted by Beachbody to share these programs. So with that being said, you're paid as a contractor and you receive a 1099 form. So they don't take out any taxes or anything like that out of your pay. They pay you straight commissions, and at the end of the year you get a 1099 form, or I think it's a W-9 in Canada. The UK, you guys will have to comment below and share with me what that is in the UK, so I can start to learn. But so what it is you're paid like that as a contractor. So what that means is that you own your own business, you're your own contractor, and so I'm not a CPA or a professional tax advisor, so anything I give is just sharing what I personally do. I do highly suggest, if you're considering building a big business with Beachbody, or you begin to see success and you're starting to make money, that you consult with a CPA and have them do your taxes and have them give you advice. It's what I did my entire life before I did my own taxes. But I never made an income on my from a home business before, so I got a CPA very early in my career, and then they do everything for me planning-wise, and they've been able to help me set up. So one of the questions was, do I need to set up an LLC, get registered with the state to have a business? The answer is no, you do not. As a Beachbody coach, when you sign up, you need to put your social security number or your EIN number. I don't know what it's called in Canada right now off the top of my head, or in the UK, but it's in the US, it's your social security number. The reason is because they're going to be paying you, so they need to have your social security number for their reasons, to report what they're paying you. You do not need to claim your taxes in the US if you didn't make over $600. So if you don't make over $600, you don't have to claim your taxes. They won't send you a 1099. If you make over 600, then you do that. So what are the things that I write off in my coach business? And I'm telling you the things that my CPA has me do. And if you guys need a CPA, I'm more than happy to recommend mine. He does mine. My parents own their own business working for us as independent contractors, and he does their taxes. He does our taxes. His wife is actually one of our Beachbody coaches now, and she's building a business as well. So the things that I write off are, I write off my Shakeology every single month. Why? Because it is required, remember, for what I talked about yesterday, the LEAD program and the Success Club program. So it's a required cost for me to be a part of that LEAD program for new customers in my business. So my Shakeology is 100% write-off. My $15.95 a month is a write-off. My Beachbody On Demand is a write-off 100%, because those are business tools that are required for my business. Other things that I write off, for example, my cell phone is bought and paid for and written off 100%. My internet, my monthly internet bill is a write-off for my business. I use Verizon. My Verizon bill and my data and everything is 100% write-off, because I build my business with my phone and with the internet on my phone. that's a business write-off. My blog is a business write-off. A section of my house and my room, one room in my house is dedicated to my business. It's my office. That portion of my office is written off. A portion of my light bill, a portion of my gas bill, and my utilities is written off, predetermined by the help of my CPA and my advisor, my tax advisor. So those are all things to think about as a business write-off. And I don't usually share this, but inside of this group, I'm going to share this with you guys. Let's say you become a coach and you have this home business as a Team Beachbody coach, and you're writing off your Shakeology, you're writing off your coach business fee, you write off your Beachbody On Demand membership, and let's just say you don't make any money whatsoever. Guys, here's the thing. You still own that Beachbody business, and you can write off, like businesses sometimes don't make money, right? I'm not talking about Beachbody businesses because I see people put in the effort, get rewarded, obviously. But if you think outside the Beachbody box, you own a business, you start marketing, you start building product, you start incurring costs, and let's say you don't break a profit. You are not profitable in your business. You still have those business write-offs, and it is a tax break for you. So I want you guys to understand that as well. That's a little secret thing to help you guys understand, is that you should track all of that stuff, all of your receipts and your costs of your business, and write them off. And if you're not profitable in your first 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you can still save money that way as a tax write-off, because you have your income from your full-time job, and then you have your business that was not profitable with incurred business costs, and you can write those off, and it can save you on your taxes. So there's a little secret for you guys, a little help. But the goal is to help you guys earn an income, right? But I wanted to help you guys understand that aspect of it. I think it's pretty incredible. Think it a little bit farther. I like to make you guys think bigger term. These are the first things you're going to think about. Like anytime, let's say you take a prospect out to eat. Like I take my coaches out and we have lunch, we talk. That's 100%. Talk to your tax advisor. When I take someone out to eat, it's a 50% tax write-off of that meal. If I purchase food and bring it in and let's say I have an event and I bring some snacks, that is 100% write-off if I bring food to an event for my coaches. If I take my coaches or my challengers bowling, let's say, that's a 50% write-off for food and activity. Like when we're on these events, if I take my coaches parasailing, or many of you guys, some of these guys are on my team. I took 50 of our coaches to the Dominican Republic 2 years ago, and that was nearly 100% write-off. The way my tax advisor helped me with that, it was like 100% write-off to take 50 of our friends, like 25 of our coaches plus their spouse, to the Dominican Republic. So there's a lot of things to think about, big picture. We host a team retreat every year where we rent a cabin or a lake house, and we buy and bring food, and we do an activity. And that, for example, is a write-off for the business. So I want you to think big, long-term on this thinking. You guys know that I have 2 paid assistants. My mom, actually 3 if I include my mom, my dad, and my assistant here in Maui. I want you to think big. I'm going to talk bigger term now as far as taxes and what you could do with this business, because I believe it's important to have a big vision when you're thinking about this. You got to learn the discipline in the small things by saving your receipts and all of that stuff. But I'm going to share with you guys some other things that we've been able to do with our Beachbody business and tax purposes, and things with our tax purposes. For example, we pay my parents a 6-figure income. My mom helps me with my business. My dad helps with the kids. We pay them as independent contractors, so that's 100%. What I pay my parents is 100% write-off. And the same thing goes for my other assistant. Another thing to think about as far as tax write-offs is when I never had a really nice car. I had like a refurbished, a re-salvaged title Honda Civic that I could barely afford before Beachbody. I bought myself, and I don't even buy brand new things, guys. I bought myself like a 2-year-old Toyota factory, whatever it is, where they make it like new, and it was 2 years old. And that was my business truck that I bought with my Beachbody income, and my tax advisor helped me with that. So that's my business vehicle that was purchased 100% write-off. And all of my gas receipts in that truck, because my whole life is Beachbody, all my receipts for my gas is 100% write-off for travel as a Beachbody coach. My airlines to Maui, written off as tax write-off. We're going to Coach Summit next week. You're going to see us leave here Maui tomorrow night. My flights to New Orleans are going to be 100% write-off. So there's a lot of things to think about on the things that you can write off as you begin your journey. So make sure that you track your receipts. The ones I talked about at the beginning are the ones that you need to focus on in the beginning. But some other things that I want to share with you guys that we've been able to do that have to do with this topic of taxes. And I'll talk about income and how that all works tomorrow, because it's probably confusing still to some of you guys. Is, for example, we started to build this business and it became a 7-figure business for us 3 years ago. And so, like, I want to be smart with money and share and help others become smart with money. And so another thing we do with the help of our CPA is and the reason we have a S Corp, LLC, we didn't set that up. I want you guys to understand, we set that up when we were making about $200,000 a year with Beachbody. That's when we set up the S Corp, just about the 2-year mark in our journey. We set that up and we pay ourselves a salary, my family a salary separate from that. And we've continued to do that throughout the rest of the journey. So one thing that a benefit of having that, once you start to build an income and you want to begin building a legacy and income for your future, is we set up a SEP IRA where we max it out and we put $53,000 in every year. The business puts that in to our a personal account, so as a contribution. So there's lots of things to think about. Highly recommend a tax accountant or a CPA to help you guys with that as you grow. But the things I mentioned first in this video are the most important for you to start off: your coach business fee, your Shakeology, your phone, your internet, your data plan. All of that stuff should be written off for your business because it's required for your business. If you need a new laptop, that should be written off as well. Some other big things that we've been able to do that help with taxes, so you guys can think big, because I believe without vision, you will perish. We were able to, we paid off our home. First was one of my first goals. We did that about 2.5 years into our journey. It had a lot of meaning to me because it's the thing that caused me to work 12-hour days and forced me to send my wife to work nights. After that was done, we purchased a lake house cabin and we set it immediately up as a business. It's a separate LLC corporation and we rent it. And what we do is I rent it from my Beachbody business, rents that business. And so I have a nightly fee. I rent it, I go there, I work, I bring my friends that are coaches, I bring my challengers, I go there, I work, I make videos, I make training, and I use it as a tax write-off as well. And then we've also been able to do that with a home in southern Utah as well that we use for our team retreats. I have it out there on the market for people to rent as a vacation rental, but I use it to host our team retreats. We took over 50 coaches to St. George last year, and we have one coming up this October for my personally sponsored coaches, and that's something else that we were able to do. So there's a lot of things to think about tax-wise and the benefits of owning your own home business. So I wanted to touch base on those for you. If there's anything you felt I might have missed, I just ask questions. I'm here to answer them. And then second of all, remember, I'm not a professional with that. I'm just sharing my personal experience, what I've gone through. So I hope you guys have an incredible rest of your day today. I'm ready to unplug and spend the rest of the day with my family. We got to pack up. We got to head out of here tomorrow. But I'm excited to talk to you guys tomorrow because you guys are my top priority in my business right now, is helping you guys understand, helping my new coaches be in this group and understand, and help you guys as people looking at Beachbody understand. So thanks again, Elisa, for the topic today. One of my favorite parts of this whole journey is the nutrition aspect and the workout aspect and the challenge group and the accountability you have of connecting with other people and working on the journey together. Love you guys. Have an incredible day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.